Okay, guys. This is Thing. This is him. Okay, alright, Abe.
Damn. Yo.
You like it? You like it? Why you just laugh? What? Do you like it?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, I like it. Now I'm laughing because of mine.
Got me. Now, let me see. Oh my god! Cut the camera. I'm scared. My heart just the hair. The braces. Yeah. Here y'all go.
Jeremiah 4, verse 30. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Thou clothest thyself with crimson. Though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. First, I want to say, Call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and well. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. So as we saw in that clip, it was an Eve, pretty sure it was an Ishmaelite. They were drawing each other. The Eve, she did her thing. The Eve, drew him, drew her partner. But then her partner, the Ishmael, you could tell that this Ishmael really don't care about this Eve. Because the way he drew her, he was making fun of her, of everything of her in that painting, especially the skin complexion. And that's just goes to show that these heathen nations, they don't like you Israelites. They don't. No matter how hard you guys try to, follow their ways or intermingle with them, yeah, they may act like they like you, but deep down, they hate you because Yahweh Shai designed them to hate you. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's all in the spirit. So for the Israelites, 2/3 of our people want to follow the ways of the heathen and intermingle with the ways of the heathen and, have relations with, especially relationships with the heathen. As it says in the last part of verse 30, thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. And in Jacob's trouble, the heathens will despise all Israelites and will come to seek their life, all the Israelites' life. So that's what you have waiting for you if you were dealing with a heathen, or if you have a heathen relationship with someone. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 36. The Lord Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other powers, wood and stone. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. So, in the curses of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, Yahweh B'Shem Shai tells us that no matter where we go, because, as is Deuteronomy 28, verse 64, read down, that Israel will be scattered everywhere in the earth. So we'll be scattered to all the four corners of the earth in all different nations. And among those nations, we'll be hated by the heathen. We'll become a proverb, an astonishment, a proverb, a byword. So, Yahweh Shah is telling us that basically don't get close to the heathen because I designed the heathen to hate you because we are the chosen people of Yahweh Shah, which will be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Israelites scattered that may look like the heathen nations on the outside, but their sea line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is Deuteronomy 7, verse 3. This is Yahweh talk about the heathen. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other powers. So will the anger of the Lord Yahweh be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. So Yahweh is telling the Israelites to don't mix with the heathen, don't have relationships with the heathen, because what's most likely to happen is if you have a relationship with the heathen will try to get you to follow their wicked ways, which is opposite to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and follow their idols, their false, beliefs. And we know, as it says in the scriptures, there's only one true power, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. So we know that we're not supposed to be, mixing and dealing with the heathen like that. This is Jeremiah 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speak unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, is telling the Israelites, don't follow the ways of the heathen, nor be dismayed at the signs of heaven. And what those signs of heaven are talking about, those UFOs, those so-called UFOs, the chariots of Israel. We know what they are because, we have this true understanding given to us by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But the people who don't have this true understanding of the scriptures, they look at that, the world calls it UFO. They look at that UFO and they get scared at it. They're like, what is that? But we know that it is, we know that so-called UFO is really the chariot of Israel. We know it's an angel controlling that vehicle and, watching over, the planet, the earth, and watching over what's going on. So we know that's Yahweh Shem Shai letting us know that, he's with us. This is Psalms 106, starting at verse 32. They angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill with Moses for their sakes, because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord Yahweh commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own inventions. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord Yahweh kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. And he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel, and were brought low for their iniquity. Nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry, and he remembered for them his covenant, and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. He made them also be pitied of all those that carried them captives. Save us, O Lord Yahweh, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise. So, the Israelites, we're, as it says in Baruch, the Israelites are, stubborn and stiff-necked people that are hard-headed and won't listen to Yahweh. So that's why the Israelites were in captivity 7 times. And, Babylon the Great, America, this being the seventh captivity, the last captivity before Yahweh returns. And, we're with him in the kingdom. So, following the ways of the heathen never went well for us. We were always in slavery and, oppressed by the heathen. They didn't like us for following their ways. So now it's more important than ever to follow the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because in Jacob's trouble, in the day of the Lord, you're going to need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on your side. Because if you don't have him, amen, if you don't have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in Jacob's trouble, you might as well hope you die by the sword quickly. You might as well hope you die by the sword quickly. This is Ezekiel 39, starting at verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they transgressed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. Verse 24, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Therefore thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. So in the last days, Yahweh Bashem Shai is going to free the Israelites, starting with the elect. The 1/3 is going to be redeemed and delivered by the chariots, so-called UFOs, when Yahweh returns, while everyone else, I guess, judged. Verse 26, after that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. When I have brought them again from the people and guided them out their enemy's land, and have sanctified in them the sight of many nations, then shall they know that I am the Lord Yahweh, their power, which caused them to be led in captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord, power Yahweh. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, he's pouring his spirit out in these last days, so he can seal the elect, and so that the elect will be delivered. The elect of Israel will be delivered at the end, while the 2/3 of the Israelites, the wicked Israelites, will be judged, and they'll be killed off. They'll be cut off. And the heathen are starting to know that who the true people of the Bible are. And the true people of the Bible, the Most High's Yahweh Bashem Shai's chosen people, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And now the heathen are starting to see that, with all these signs and prophecies come to pass, knowing that we're at the end of this world, at the end of Esau's world. And Jacob will be the beginning of it that follow it. With that, I want to say, Kal Halah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and will. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord willingly, I pray that was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to say, Shalom.